Okay, good morning. My talk today is demonstrate this piece of software, which basically is the cancer stage handbook. This is the electronic version. So all your handhelds should already have an uploaded copy of it. Basically, go to Start, Programs, and this is the icon, AJCC-TNM. You click, you tap on it, and that's the first page. Everybody has this page. Those who don't, let me know. All right. As you scroll down, you can see this is the electronic version, 6.1, and this is ongoing work. Apparently every 6 months you get an updated version. One of the main contributors, Dr. Green, and assisted to put this together. As you can see, it's a very busy navigation tools here in the upper top. I'll show you more here on the right side of the screen, and we'll just try to make it simple. What basically this software does is give you some information about cancers and helps you stage patients. I like to see more of outcomes, but the software doesn't do it as much as I wanted to, but it's very, very useful. Let's look at this button first. This is the index button. By tapping it, you can actually identify, yeah, you have a question there? No? You can identify or pick up the organ you're interested. Let's say I'm looking for prostate cancer. So again, there's many ways of inputting this. The way I prefer is using the keyboard and just type prostate. And then again, automatically kind of prompting me just to click on it. Everybody with me? Those who are not, just let me know. I'll kind of slow down. I'll try to go slow anyways. So you click on prostate, and it will start giving you information. First, you can see, give you the ICD codes, and this is matching with this navigation table here on the left. And if you need to know what these letters means, by clicking this arrow here, kind of give you a clue what you're looking at. For example, then again, the I stands for ICD codes. Then the S will stand for summary of changes. And again, you click on the arrow here, you can see the summary of changes. Summary of changes is important because every now and then there are changes on the staging of cancer, as we all know. And for example, here, let's say, let's look at this second paragraph. Gleason scores emphasize the grading system of choice and using the term well-differentiated, et cetera, et cetera. It gives you an update of where you're standing. If that's your field, urology, then you can get an updated version of what's going on, which staging. Then the I stands for introduction. Then the software starts talking about prostate cancer by itself. And again, you can do this, or you can actually use the table of contents, which is pretty much the same. Let's go to anatomy. And you can actually scroll down. Everybody with me? Pretty simple. Other way of getting the information is actually, instead of using the index format, you just click on the button next to it, which is table of contents. And then again, if I scroll down this and look for genitourinary sites, and then I go to prostate, I get basically the same thing. Everybody with me? Okay. Now, I can continue to scroll this down and I get information on rules for classification or outcomes results. I'd like to see more, but it's very brief, at least gives you an idea where we're standing with prostate cancer. Even some bibliography on the topics. And this little button here, you can see, this little one, the one I'm pointing out right here. If you click on it, it will give you the table of contents, kind of the little more elaborated. For example, if you look at the anatomy and you're interested only in regional lymph nodes, then you click on it. And it will give you from the anatomy chapter straight to the regional lymph nodes. So what's the difference? Well, it kind of speeds you up. There's other ways to get into that particular topic. For example, if you go here to anatomy again, you're actually asking for the whole chapter of it. Let me see. See, there's a whole chapter. But you need to scroll down slowly until you reach the topic you're interested in, which is regional lymph nodes. Now, the way of doing, again, very quick, by tapping here, and then you go to distant lymph nodes. And then automatically will take you there. Yeah?
Somebody said figures that you can click on and get a picture?
Yeah, we'll get there in a second. We'll get there in a second. Yeah. Everybody with me? I just like to go slow so everybody's synced, so to speak. In the upper top, right here, you see other parameters here. This is kind of useful. Let me start with these two arrows here. These two arrows basically will give you, if the chapter or the topic, like prostate, includes some pictures of graphics, they will illustrate this for you. So I'm going to click this arrow here, and if you scroll down, whatever you are, you're going to see a graphic in a very low resolution, as seen in the slide. So you want actually better resolution of this graphic. And this is actually is a survival graphic. So you need to, obviously you need to see, you want to see what it's there. So otherwise it's completely useless. So you use this button here, this button here, which actually brings the graphics to the current resolution. Now, current resolution on graphics not necessarily will fit on the PDA. So unfortunately, you have to kind of scroll down, scroll back up, scroll right, scroll left, so you can see the graphic a little better. These are graphics from this chapter of prostate. I think I can bring another graphic from, if I click here, see if I can bring a graphic. This is from the chapter of cancer of penis, I think. And obviously the graphic does not fit the whole screen, but then again, by using this button here, see, you can make it fit. All right. So these two buttons mainly are for graphics. Let's go back again. I'll let you take back again to the index menu and click on prostate one more time. And that will take us again to the anatomy site. Everybody with me? Yes?
Can you export that to a PowerPoint presentation?
No. Well, there's ways, you can, but the software is not set up for you to do so. Yeah, everything is digital. Everything that's going on a computer screen, you can do whatever you want. But I can probably tell you how to do that if you're interested in copy that particular part. I shouldn't, but it can be done. Everything can be done. No, sure. No, it's not. There's a little pencil here that you can actually, if you click on it, you can add notes and on that particular topic. And you can save that on the handheld, or you can click on this button and actually record. And you can save that as well. And then you can bring it up in later time. If you make a note or an observation of the topic, you can actually bring it up. You record by pressing the red button, and you stop by pressing square one as you did before while trying to send email. By pressing the cross, the X here, you just kind of turn it off, and you press in the X here.
Where do you access that note from?
Again, there's two ways of doing this. You can actually, there's a pencil here, which is not here right now. Or you can go to Edit, you can go to Annotations, and there's your screen here where you can type things.
Will it put an icon there that you would know that you had an annotation?
An icon,
I mean, how will you know that you had an annotation to that particular subject later on?
I don't think the software prompts you with an icon. I'm not sure. Yeah. When I was experimenting with it, I didn't see, unless you recall you made, or you can easily, just by bringing the annotation, it's very simple procedure. Just go to Edit and Annotation, and you can easily see, verify if you make an annotation of it. It's very, very simple, as well as you make a recording. If you make a recording, it will prompt you to make a recording there. And just by clicking on the icon, you'll hear what you recorded.
Where's the menu again?
Again, we're here. Let me start over again. Let's say here's the icon here. You can either go through this pencil here by clicking here, or you can go to Edit, Annotation. And once you're in the screen, you have there's a little icon here with a person talking, and there's a little icon with a person not talking. So let's say I click here and start recording. Test, 1, 2, 1, 2. And you just stop it, and you can reproduce this. I can hear on the handheld here. You said okay. Excuse me? I can hear you.
The time limit on the board?
Usually 60 seconds. All right, let's close this. I'd like to show you one of the most powerful tools of the software, which is the T&M staging here. Let's say I have a patient with prostate cancer, and I'm not very familiar with the prostate cancer because I do bariatric surgery, but a friend of mine told me that so-and-so has a prostate cancer, and they did surgery on him, and the prostate was involved, compromised, the tumor went a little bit off the capsule, didn't find any lymph nodes, and he's worried about him, don't know what's going to happen, and apparently there's no metastasis, and the Gleason score was between 4 and 5. And I like to look it up using this software, and actually one of the main features of the software. And you just click this icon here, this yellow icon, and it will bring you up to the station table or staging tool. And you don't remember, because it's hard to remember all the staging classifications if you're not particularly working in that field. So I tried to figure out if the patient I was referred to actually matches with a T1. So as I don't know, I click here on this little T here, and it will tell me that, let's see. Here. T1 is apparently, it gives me the definition of a T1. In apparent tumor, neither palpable nor visible by imaging. Okay, so that's wasn't the case. So I go to, let's see, 1 TB, and I click again. Well, it gives me 5% of tissue resected, tumor histology finding, so that may be it. So let's try, I'm going to try, let's see a T3. And here's tumor extends through the prostate capsule. Okay, so I know that this patient actually had a T3 tumor. All right, it's okay, so that's a T3. Now, I know it has no nodes. If you had no, this is pretty straightforward, self-explanatory. You can just click. You can see if N1, as you know, metastasis on original lymph nodes. I guess the hardest part is just to remember what the T1s imply. So he has a N0, M0. And then when it comes to the G classification referring to the Gleason score, let's click on G1. It says, well, it's a well-differentiated Gleason between 2 and 4. That's not him. Let's go to G2. I just click on it. And it's between Gleason 5 and 6. Probably that's closer to what this patient has, Gleason 4 or 5. So obviously this is not G3, 4 because the Gleason classification it's a little higher. So I'm going to just put on G2 here. So this patient is T3, N0, M0, G2, and actually it's a stage 3. Everybody with me here? That's very, very powerful. I think that's great, especially for residents trying to figure out just to stage patients. Now, if I want to know what's going to happen with this patient, I can go just to O as in outcomes. I think outcome result can just read off, or I can just go again to the survival table and based on staging try to understand what's going to happen with the patient. Again, I toggle this, and you can have an idea what's going to happen. I'll just give you an example of the prostate cancer, and obviously you can do the same thing. The same format is applied to other cancers within the body. You have this navigation button here. This arrow will bring you back to where you were before. You can it's like a browser on the internet. There are other tools here. You can just go to help, and obviously if you click on about, we'll give you all the information, the software, in case you want to contact the company or get other type of information. Go to Tools, and then you can click on History, and that history will tell you what topics you have visited already. And you can actually just click on them, and it will take you directly again. So if you visited a few topics, you're going to go back and forth, you can just go to the Tools, History, and very quickly, you'll go back to the topic you were before. Now, you go to View. You can actually use the graphic to fit on screen. Very similar to this button here. Very, very similar. Or you can just change the font. Can read things better. Again, you go to View, change text size, medium. Then the View menu actually can take you to Table of Contents as well, which is very similar. It's the same button here. Or you can go to View again and go to Index, which the icon is up here again. So there's many ways of getting into the chapter or topic you're really interested in. Very powerful software. You can go to Bookmarks in case you want to bookmark. Let's say, again, it has the same principle of any internet software. Let's say I'm in Prostate and something that you visit very often. You go to Edit, you go to Bookmarks, and you can add it. Then you go again, Edit, Bookmarks, go to, and here it is, Prostate. So it works very similar to the, like if you were an internet browser, same thing. And then you go to File once you're done, and you quit. And that's all I have to say.